Hi, my name is Paul Bianchi, and you're listening to Return, Lenten Reflections from All Saints Catholic Church in Dallas, Texas. Thanks for joining us.
This is the return. Running back to
Welcome back, everybody, to Return, where we take time each day to prepare our hearts for Easter and our souls for heaven. Today is the 21st day of Lent. It's Tuesday of the third week of Lent. Just a quick reminder, be sure to go ahead and subscribe, like, share, do all those things for us. If you've missed a couple days, that's fine. You can listen to a few at a time or catch up with us, and that would be good. So we're glad to be on this journey with you. Let's go ahead and dive in for today. A couple of things real quick. I know we've talked a lot about forgiveness during Lent, and that seems to be a very key theme. And it continues throughout the rest of Lent as well. It's very important to understand that as a key point of what God is trying to show his people, is that we don't hold on to these things. We don't hold on to the wrongdoings that have happened to us in our life. And so we have this scene today where Jesus and Peter are talking, and Peter says, Lord, if somebody has wronged me in some sort of way, how many times must I forgive them? And Jesus says 70 times, 7 times. Now, the thing here is numbers are not meant to just have a quantitative value. They also have a qualitative value. And so 7 means whole, and 70 would mean whole as well. And so Jesus is pretty much saying to Peter, you are always supposed to forgive. And then he goes on and tells the parable of the unforgiving servant. And I think Peter gets it. He finally understands, or at least he's beginning to understand what Jesus is really saying. And at the end, Jesus says, my heavenly Father will do to you, which means pay back the whole debt, unless each of you can forgive your brother from your heart. And so he's saying that forgiveness comes from the heart within us, and it's a hard thing to do, but it is what we are called to do. It is what we are supposed to do. When I think of forgiveness, I always think of my kids. When one of them does something wrong to the other, they struggle with forgiveness. They struggle to ask for forgiveness. They struggle to say they're sorry, except for my youngest, who for some reason, it doesn't matter what happens to her from her siblings, immediately when they apologize, which isn't always immediate when it happens, but immediately when she hears the words, I'm sorry, she says, it's okay, and she gives a big hug to whoever that is done something to hurt her in some sort of way. This is how we're supposed to receive forgiveness as well. We're not very good at that, right? Like sometimes when we've done something wrong, we'll ask for an apology, but we don't feel like we're worthy of that apology. And this is the same with our relationship with Jesus Christ and reconciliation. We don't always feel like we're worthy of the reconciliation that we're being given. But if God is telling us to constantly forgive those who have hurt us in some sort of way, it's probably because God has that same unlimited amount of mercy for us. And we know that he does. So don't just ask people for forgiveness when they've done something wrong to you, but be willing to receive that forgiveness as well. I know that's a challenge for me. I don't always feel worthy of the forgiveness of the people who have given it to me, but it's something that we should appreciate and recognize. And so not only are we called to forgive others, we're called to receive that forgiveness in an open and loving way as well, because we have this great God who is a God of mercy and love. We look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Thank you for joining us today. Tomorrow is day 22. God bless.